Good everyone, welcome to Med School Drill. On today's tutorial video, we'll be taking some multiple choice questions under the cardiovascular system or the cardiovascular physiology. I'm going to make this video as brief as possible. The first question we have here, number one, the spike phase of the action potential of the stenoatrial node pacemaker cells of the heart is caused by A. Opening of the voltage-gated sodium channels. B. Opening of voltage-gated calcium channels. C. Closure of voltage-gated potassium channels. D. Opening of voltage-gated chlorine channels. Or E. Closure of voltage-gated calcium channels. So which do you think is the answer? The right answer for this question is B. Opening of voltage-gated sodium channels. Number two, the correct sequence of action potential conduction along the conductive tissues of the heart is which of the following? A. From the SA node to the AV node, the bundle of His to the Purkinje fibers, and to the bundle branches. Or B. SA node to the AV node to the bundle of His to the bundle branches to the Purkinje fibers. C. SA node to the AV node to the bundle branches to the bundle of His to the Purkinje fibers. D. SA node to the AV node to the Purkinje fibers, the bundle of His and to the bundle branches. Or ZE. AV node to the SA node to the bundle of His to the bundle branches onto the Purkinje fibers. So among these five options, which you think is the right answer? We all know that the action potential must start from the SA node, so automatically option E is out. This answer is out. So leaving us with A, B, C, and D, and the right answer is B. From the SA node to the AV node, the bundle of His to the bundle branching down to the Purkinje fibers. Number three, the first heart sound is produced by A. Closure of the aortic and pulmonary valves. B. Opening of the aortic and pulmonary valves. C. Closure of the mitral and tricuspid valves. D. Opening of the mitral and tricuspid valves. And the right answer here is C. Closure of the mitral and tricuspid valve. Heart sounds are mainly produced by the closure of valves, the sounds that valves produce when they clap back together. When valves open, they don't really produce any sound. Number four, parasympathetic stimulation of the heart causes A. SA node decreases firing. B. Increase AV node excitability. C. Decrease ventricular contraction. D. Tachycardia. So among this, which do you think is the right answer? The right answer here is SA node decreases firing. Number five, normally the rate of heart beat in a human is determined by A. the bundle of His, B. all the cardiac muscles, C. the SA node, D. the cervical ganglion. So which of the following can be used to determine the human heart rate? And the right answer is C. the SA node. Number six, the ventricular repolarization in ECG is best seen in A. P wave, B. Q wave, C. R wave, T. The D. the T wave. And the right answer here is D. the T wave. Number seven, the stroke output of each ventricle in normal adults is A. 30 ml, B. 130 ml, C. 70 ml, D. 5 liters of blood. And the correct answer to this question is C. 70 ml. That's the stroke output. A very common question you'll see. Number 8. A cardiac output is not affected by A. Heart rate, B. Peripheral resistance, C. Systolic blood pressure, D. Venous return. So which of the following does not affect the cardiac output? And the right answer here is systolic blood pressure. Number 9. The largest function of the total peripheral resistance is due to dash. A. Venules, B. Arterioles, C. Capillaries, D. Pre-capillary splinters. And the right answer here is B. The arterioles, which are also known as the resistant vessels. All the heart valves are open during which stage of cardiac cycle? A. Systolic ejection, B. Isovolumeric relaxation, C. Isovolumeric contraction, and D. None of the above. And the answer is D. None of the above. Number 11. The minimum blood pressure is in A. Aorta, B. Artery, C. Capillary, D. Venules. And the right answer here is D. Naturally, the veins, the venules, the vessels carrying the designated blood have lower blood pressure than those who are carrying the oxygenated blood. Why? Because these oxygenated blood, these carrying blood that have oxygen are being pumped, while those that don't carry oxygen are being returned back to the heart, and the pressure or the force pushing them are drastically reduced due to their distance from the heart. Number 12. The Stalin's law of the heart. A. Does not operate in the falling heart. B. Does not operate during exercise. C. Explains the increase in cardiac output and occurs when venous return is increased. D. Explains the increase in cardiac output when the sympathetic vessels supplying the heart are stimulated. So which of the following explains or describes the Stalin's law of the heart? And the right answer here is C. It explains the increase in cardiac output that occurs when the venous return is increased. But 13. Which of the following is true? A. Stalin's law of the heart states that the increase in force of contraction is directly related to cardiac output. B. Stalin's law of heart states that the force of ventricular contraction is directly related to the end diastolic volume. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. The right answer here is C. Both option A and option B. Number 14. Peripheral resistance is maximum in A. Aorta, B. Artery, C. Arterioles, D. Vein. Which of the following vessels will have the maximum peripheral resistance, peripheral blood resistance? And the answer here is arterioles, C. Number 15. Stimulation of baroreceptors leads to, and the options are A. Increase in blood pressure, increase heart rate, B. Decrease blood pressure and decrease heart rate, C. Increase blood pressure and decrease heart rate, D. Decrease blood pressure and an increased heart rate. So which of the following do you believe and know is the right answer? The right answer here is B. Decreased blood pressure and decreased heart rate. Number 16. Increased functional demand on the heart produces increased size of the myocardium by A. Hyperplasia, B. Hypertrophy, C. Fat infiltration, D. Increased amount of fibrous connective tissues. And the right answer here is hypertrophy. What this question is telling you is when the heart has been put under much work than it normally would need to carry out, what adaptation does the heart carry out in order to maintain its usual work rate? now that the work is more. So the heart will undergo hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is the increase in the size, in the bulk size of the heart. While hyperplasia is the increase in the number of cells. But what we need here is hypertrophy, not hyperplasia. 17. Cardiac index is related to A. Cardiac output and body weight. B. Cardiac output and body surface area. C. Cardiac output and work of the heart. C. Stroke volume and pulse rate. And the right answer here is B. Cardiac output and body surface area. Number 18. Absolute refractory period in the heart. A. Lasts to cardiac contraction. B. Longer than refractory period in skeletal muscles. C. A phase of cardiac cycle in which the heart cannot be stimulated by any amount of stimulus. D. Correspond with duration of action potential. E. All of the above. Absolute refractory. So the right answer here is E. All of the above. Number 19. Closure of the aortic valve occurs before the following events. A. Isovolumetric contraction. B. Isovolumetric relaxation. C. Pre-diastole. D. Pre-systole. So the right answer here is isovolumetric contraction. B. Option B. Sorry, relaxation. Sorry. Excuse me. Number 20. Conduction velocity is least in A. AV node. B. SA node. C. Purkinje fibers. D. Bundle of His. Which of the following has the least, starts the lowest conduction velocity? And the right answer is A, which is the AV node. So I'm pricing A, let's say. Number 21. Cardiac output is a measure of dash. A. Peripheral resistance times body fluid. B. Peripheral resistance times cardiac rate. C. Blood pressure times cardiac rate. D. Heart rate times stroke volume. And the right answer is heart rate times the stroke volume. Option D. Number 22. The fastest conducting tissue in human heart. A. AV node. B. SA node. D. C. Bond of His, and D. The Purkinje fibers. So the following is the answer. And the right answer here is D. The Purkinje fibers. D. Number 23. Under resting condition, the cardiac output is dash liter per minute. A. 2.5. B. 4.25. C. 5.25. D. 9.5. So what is the correct answer? The right answer here is that the cardiac output is 5.5 liter per minute. Number 24. Coronary blood flow is usually predominantly controlled by dash. A. Autoregulation. B. Hormones. C. Parasympathetic impulses. D. Sympathetic impulses. So the following is controlled by the coronary blood flow. And the right answer here is C. The parasympathetic impulse. 25. Cardiac output in liter per minute divided by the heart rate equals dash. A. Cardiac efficiency. B. Cardiac index. C. Mean stroke volume. D. Mean arterial pressure. This is a calculation kind of question. But we don't calculate, just need to know the formula for the cardiac output divided by the heart rate. So this is for the mean stroke volume. Number 26. Cardiac cycle duration in man is dash. A. 0.4. B. 0.8. C. 1.2 seconds, D 1.6 seconds. And the right answer here is 0.8. Now when they say cardiac cycle, what they're asking you is how long will it take for the heart to carry out all its phases? The phase of filling of blood, when the blood enters, or the blood when the pressure builds up and the valve open and the blood flows down to the ventricle due to gravity, and the valve close back and then the ventricular contraction begins, and it contracts until you reach a particular pressure that forces the aortic pulmonary valve to open up. So how long will it take for all the process to get complete? So it takes 0.1 seconds. So that is a single heartbeat takes 0.8 seconds. Thank you. 27. The first heart sounds occurs during the period of dash: isotonic relaxation, isovolumetric relaxation, isovolumetric contraction, D isotonic contraction. 27. The right answer here is isovolumetric contraction. 28. The absolute period when the whole heart is in diastole is dash. Let me read it again. The absolute period when the whole heart is in diastole is dash. A 0.7 seconds, B 0.3 seconds, C 0.2 seconds, D 0.4 seconds. So what's the answer? The right answer here is D 0.4 seconds. Number 29. The effects of adrenaline on the heart are all except A increases heart rate, B decreases myocardial irritability, C increases force of contraction, increases oxygen uptake by the heart. So the following will not be caused by the effects of adrenaline being present in the heart or in the cardiac muscle. And the right answer is B, decreases myocardial irritability. Number 30. Cardiac output is maximum. So A, liver, B, brain, C, kidney, D, heart. And the right answer here is A, the liver. Liver has lots of blood intake. It needs lots of blood. So does the brain, but the liver needs more. Number 31. Increase in coarctoid sinus pressure produces A, reflex hypernia, B, reflex bradycardia, C, reflex tachycardia, and D, reflex hypercapnia. So which of the options is the right answer? Number 31, the right answer is B, the B, reflex bradycardia. Number 32. Effect on force on contraction of heart is A, conotropic effect, B, dromotropic effect, C, bathmotrophic effect, D, inotrophic effect. And the right answer is D. This will be an inotrophic effect. Go read up the, should I call them parts of the heart, or the kind of actions? Say, go read up actions of the heart. Actions of the heart. You see it. You see these four effects. Number 33. The SA node acts as a pacemaker of the heart because of the fact that it's A, capable of generating impulses, B, has rich sympathetic innervation, C, has poor cholinergic innervations, D, generate impulses at the highest rates. So the following is one of the reasons to call the SA node the pacemaker. And the right answer is D, because it generates impulses at the highest rate. So it's the one that will set the pace, to set the frequency, will set the speed at which every other part of the heart will be moving. Number 34. Distribution of blood flow is mainly regulated by dash. A. Arteries. B. Arterioles. C. Capillaries. D. Venules. And the right answer here is B. The arterioles. Number 5. Ventricular muscle receives impulses directly from the dash. A. Purkinje system or the Purkinje fiber system. B. Bundle of His. C. Left and right bundle branches. D. The AV node. The right answer here is the Purkinje system. This directly supplies the ventricular muscles or musculature with impulse signals. Number 36. In determining blood pressure by acoustic method. A. The louder sound is the diastolic pressure. The systolic pressure estimation tends to be lower than those made by palpatory method. C. The first heart sound is systolic pressure. D. The contraction. D. The sounds that are heard are generated in the heart. So the right answer is C. The first heart sound you hear is a systolic pressure. Just like when I earlier said that the first heart sound will occur during the isovolumetric contraction. Contraction is the same thing as the systolic period. Number 37. Isovolumetric relaxation ends immediately after dash. A. The AV node closes. B. When ventricular pressure falls below aortic pressure. C. When ventricular pressure falls below arterial pressure. D. None of the above. So when does the isovolumetric relaxation end? It ends when the ventricular pressure falls below the arterial pressure. Number 38. Glomerular capillary pressure differs from other capillaries of the body in dash. A. Higher filtration pressure. B. Lower filtration pressure. C. Both of the above. D. None. And the right answer here is A. It will have a higher filtration pressure, the glomerular capillary pressure. Number 39. The hemoglobin oxygen saturation of blood entering the right ventricle is approximately dash. A. 97%. B. 85%. C. 75%. D. 53%. This is a very interesting question. Very, very interesting question. So this question, I'm not going to answer it. I know the answer. But I would like to hear what you have to say in the comment section. And after a while, I will post the answer in the comment section. So check the comment section for the answer. Next. Number 40. Which of the following increases turbulence in blood flow? A. Reynolds number of less than 2000. B. Decrease in viscosity of blood. C. Decrease in density of blood. D. Increase in diameter of blood volume. So which of the following will increase the turbulence in the blood flow? And the right answer is D, increase in the diameter of the blood vessel. D. 41. In the case of heart muscles, all are true except A. Acts at syncytium. B. Has multiple nuclei. C. Has gap junction. D. Has branching. So which of the following is false among the above options? And the answer is B. Has multiple nuclei. Number 42. The velocity of conduction in the Purkinje fibers of the heart is dash. A. 1 to 4 meter per second. B. 5 to 8 meter per second. C. 9 to 12 meter per second. D. More than 12 meter per second. Be reminded that the Purkinje fibers are very, very fast. They're very, very fast. So which of this is the answer? And the right answer is A, 1 to 4 meter per second. If I may add to what I said earlier, I believe the Purkinje fibers are the fastest in the conductive system of the heart. Excuse me. Number 43. The second heart sound is characterized by all except A, due to closure of semilunar valves. B, is occasionally split. C, has longer duration than first heart sound. D, marks the onset of diastole. Second heart sound. What's the answer? The right answer here is C, it has a longer duration than the first heart sound. Number 44. What is common between the systemic and pulmonary circulation? A, volume of the circulation per minute. B, peripheral vascular resistance. C, the pulse rate. And D, the total capacity. So which of the following is a similarity or is common between the systemic and the pulmonary circulation? And the right answer here is A, volume of circulation per minute. Now, we have two kinds of blood circulation, the systemic and pulmonary. The systemic, what it does is simple. It takes blood from the heart, basically from the left ventricle, that is from the pulmonary, sorry, from the aorta. Now, it moves from the aorta, it moves to all parts of the body except to the lungs. Why the pulmonary circulation has to do when the blood moves from the heart to the lung, get the oxygen, and come back. So, 45. Stimulation of the baroreceptors results in A, increase in heart rate. B, decrease vagal discharge. C, increase sympathetic discharge. D, increase in blood pressure. And the right answer here is D, increase in blood pressure. 46. The function of carotid body is dash. A, measure the change in the pressure of oxygen in the arterial blood. B, measure the oxygen pressure in the venous blood. C, measure the change in CO2 in the arterial blood. D, measure the change in CO2 in the venous blood. So what's the function of the carotid body in the heart? And the right answer here is A. It measures the change in oxygen pressure in the arterial blood. Number 47. The dichrotic notch of the aortic pressure curve is caused by dash. A, closure of the pulmonary valve. B. Rapid filling of the left ventricle. C. Closure of the aortic valve. D. Contraction of the aorta. And the right answer here is the closure of the aortic valve. Number 48. Peripheral ventricular resistance is best given by dash. A. The mean arterial pressure is responsible for blood flow to organs. B. Diastolic blood pressure as it decreases till mid thoracic aorta. C. Pulse pressure as it relates to stroke volume and aortic compliance. D. Systolic pressure as it increases in descending aorta. So which of the following best describe the peripheral vascular resistance? And the right answer is B. The absolute blood pressure as decreases to mid thoracic aorta. Number 49. In cardiac muscle cells, approximately what percentage of cytoplasmic calcium ions required for contraction is released from the sarcoplasmic reticulum? A. 0%, B. 10%, C. 20%, D. 80%, E. 100%. And the right answer here is D. 80%. 50, which is the last question on the list. These cells are known as the primary pacemakers of the heart. A. Cells of the SN node. B. Cells of the AV node. C. Fibers of the bundle of His. Fibers of the left and right bundle branches. E. The Purkinje fibers. So the following is known as the cells of the primary pacemaker, and the answer is A. Is the cells of the SA node. I think in some textbooks they call them the P cells, pacemaker cells. So I have some bonus questions. So the first bonus question goes like this. The following are negative inotropics except A. Ether, B. Acetylcholine, C. Chloroform, D. Noradrenaline. So which of the following is the answer? And the right answer here is D. Noradrenaline. Like that inotropes are basically substances that will increase the force of contraction. So when I say negative inotropes, I'm referring to substances that will not increase the force of contraction, but will rather decrease it. The next bonus question goes like this. The following factors increase the cardiac output except A. Preload, B. Afterload, C. Heart rate, D. Myocardial contraction. A. Preload, B. Afterload, C. Heart rate, D. Myocardial contraction. So the following will increase the cardiac output except, and the right answer here is C. And I have one more question, bonus question. In cardiac muscle cell, approximately what percentage of cytoplasmic calcium ions required for the contraction of the heart enter the cardiac muscle cells from the extracellular fluid, that is from the ECF? And the right answer here is C. 20%. So we have come to the end of this tutorial video. Please kindly subscribe, hit the subscribe button so you will know when I post new videos. And don't forget the particular question I didn't answer, so I'll be expecting the answer in the comment section. Thank you.